Hey you. Yes you. Ever feel like happiness is playing hide and seek with you? Like it packed its bags and left just when you finally upgraded your phone, finished your to-do list, or snagged that promotion? Here's a wild idea. What if happiness never left? What if it's been chilling in your morning coffee steam, in the way the sun hits your face through the window, in your grandma's laugh, in the quiet? Welcome to this space. This one's not about hustle or hacks. This one's about what truly, deeply, eternally matters. Let's talk about why the simple things in life bring the most happiness. And by the end of this video, you won't just understand it. You'll feel it in your bones. So, let's sit down. You and me. Pretend we're just two souls on a park bench under a big old tree. Maybe sipping chai. Or black coffee, if you're one of those mysterious types. Either way, this conversation? It's heart to heart. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you just did nothing? Like truly nothing? No scrolling, no replying, no fixing or achieving. Just you, sitting and breathing. Because that's where life whispers. Happiness doesn't shout. It doesn't jump out of luxury cars or hide inside Amazon boxes. It speaks softly. It lives in the background music of our lives. And oh boy, what a soundtrack we've been missing. Remember when you were a kid and a cardboard box could be a spaceship, a castle, or a time machine? No app, no bill, and no title needed. That wasn't imagination alone. That was freedom. That was joy in simplicity. We live in a world that tells us to chase the next big thing. Next job, next gadget, next goal. But what if the biggest thing is actually the smallest? Like the warmth of someone remembering your birthday without Facebook reminding them. The taste of water after a long walk. That one friend who sends memes instead of checking in, but somehow, that is checking in. You see, happiness is not made of fireworks. It's made of sparks. And those sparks are everywhere if we just pause. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't hustle. Or don't earn. Let's be real. Money buys comfort, opportunities, and yes, even a big bit of peace of mind. There's nothing romantic about unpaid bills or stress. But happiness? Happiness has a different currency. You can't swipe a card to buy laughter that makes your stomach hurt. You can't order inner peace on next day delivery. You can't schedule a sunset. But you can experience all of it, if you're paying attention. The Japanese call it ichigo ichi, which means one moment, one encounter, never repeated. That hug today will never be the same hug tomorrow. That smile you gave your colleague? It might have been the only bright moment in their dark day. We rush through life like it's a race. But who's the judge? What's the prize? A bigger house you barely sit in? A job title that doesn't know your birthday? Let's rewire. Let's come back to the joy of rain on the roof while you're tucked under a blanket. Clean bed sheets, a deep, unfiltered belly laugh. A dog's wagging tail just because you exist, music that makes you forget where you are. These things don't scream for attention, but they feed your soul. There's a reason monks smile more than millionaires. There's a reason grandparents often seem more at peace than influencers. They've touched something. Something timeless. Something simple. Because happiness lives in presence, not in presence. It lives in connection, not collection. It lives in moments, not milestones. And here's a fun thought. Every time you say, I'll be happy when, you're scheduling joy for a future that isn't guaranteed. What if you said, I'm happy now, because, and then filled in the blank with something simple? Try it. I'm happy now because my coffee's warm. I'm happy now, because this chair is comfy. I'm happy now because someone listened to me today. It's magic. Like gratitude on steroids. There's a metaphysical law. Where attention goes, energy flows. If you keep looking at what you lack, your life becomes a series of empty spaces. But if you look at what you have, your life becomes a mosaic of quiet miracles. Even science agrees. Studies show that people who practice daily gratitude experience less stress, better sleep, improved health, and stronger relationships. And all it takes is noticing. Noticing the breeze. Notice that you're breathing. Noticing that you're still here. You are. You're here. You made it to today. Let that sink in. Let that be enough for a moment. And then there's the joy of giving. Not giving from excess, but from intent. Ever held the door open and gotten a smile? Ever helped someone carry a heavy bag and felt 10 kilos lighter yourself? That's the universe saying, well done. Because simple doesn't mean small. Simple means essential. Look at nature. The ocean doesn't try to impress anyone. It just exists, and we stare in awe. Trees don't brag about how tall they've grown. They just offer shade. We're the only species complicating our happiness. Let me drop this truth bomb: you are already enough. Not once you lose 5 kilos. Not when you earn 5 lakhs. Not when someone else approves. Now. You're not missing anything. You're just missing awareness of what you already have. And hey, I get it. Life's not all poetry and birdsong. There are deadlines, heartbreaks, rude WhatsApp messages, and burnt toast. But even in the chaos, there's always something that's still good. Maybe it's just the fact that you're still curious. Still hopeful. Still watching this video. That's a start. Quiet confidence comes from knowing you don't need to shout to be heard. Living authentically means not needing filters, not just on photos but on emotions. Inner calm? That's the real luxury. And it's free. Let's choose that. Let's find happiness not after the achievement but along the way. So, next time you're sipping tea, walking barefoot on grass, laughing with a friend, or just watching the stars, you should know that you've made it. That is the destination. And the more you honor those little joys, the more life gives you reasons to smile. Sometimes I wonder, when did we all start thinking that happiness had to be this big, dramatic, grand thing? Like it had to arrive in a Lamborghini or be announced with fireworks, flashing lights, and a 10,000 Instagram post. But life, oh life, has other plans. It whispers. It doesn't shout. And if you listen closely, you'll find that it's always been offering us its best gifts in the smallest, simplest moments. So that brings us to the following points. The science of simplicity. Psychologists have found that people who focus on everyday pleasures tend to have higher levels of life satisfaction. You see, our brains are wired to adapt quickly to big pleasures. The new car smell fades, the high of a promotion wears off, but the small joys, that morning cup of coffee, a smile from a stranger, the scent of rain on dry earth, those are renewable joys. They don't lose their magic if you know how to notice them. It's like the universe put tiny joy bombs in our path, free of charge, no subscription required. Presence over performance. You don't have to perform to earn peace. You don't have to be the loudest, smartest, or richest person in the room to deserve joy. The moment you stop performing and start being, you win. There's something profoundly rebellious about choosing presence in a world obsessed with performance. Sit with your breath. Listen to your footsteps. Hear your heartbeat. There, you just time traveled to the now. And now is where all your real power lives. The art of underrated joys. Let's do something together. Think of the last time you felt deeply at peace. I'll wait. Was it while lying on fresh bed sheets? Watching the sky turn that pinkish orange before sunset? Talking to someone who truly listens. That's the thing. The most underrated joys don't scream for attention. They just show up. And our job? It is to show up with them. Why your nervous system loves simplicity. Your nervous system isn't asking for more hustle. It's asking for more hugs. More nature. More deep sleep. More real connection and less screen scrolling comparison. Simple things regulate our system. The smell of home-cooked food, the feel of soft fabric, hearing your mom's voice, these things slow us down. They remind us we're not machines. We're humans. Spiritual beings have a very temporary, very precious human experience. Magic in the mundane. Here's a fun cosmic truth: the universe hides magic in the mundane. That's its little secret. Doing the dishes can become a meditation. Folding laundry can be a gratitude ritual. Sitting in traffic can become a concert of your favorite playlist and self-reflection. Life isn't always about adding more. Sometimes it's about seeing more in what's already there. The beauty of repetition. Routine gets a bad rap. People say, "I don't want to be stuck in a rut." But repetition isn't stagnation, it's a rhythm. It's your life's heartbeat. Think about it: the sun rises every day, and no one says, again? Instead, we marvel. We take pictures. We pause. Your morning coffee, your evening walks, your bedtime rituals, they're sacred. They give your soul anchors in the chaos. A philosophy of enough. We're always told to want more. But when was the last time you whispered to yourself, "This is enough"? And actually meant it? That breath you just took? Enough. That quiet morning when nothing went wrong? Enough. That one friend who truly sees you? More than enough. Contentment is not the enemy of growth. It's the soil that nourishes it. The universe doesn't judge simplicity. The cosmos doesn't rank your joy. Whether you're sipping herbal tea on your porch or skydiving off a cliff in Switzerland, your joy is valid. There's no scoreboard. There's no bonus round. Joy isn't a competition. It's a companion. Some of the happiest monks in the Himalayas own nothing but robes and bowls. Why? Because they understand that freedom doesn't come from more, it comes from less. Your inner child is watching. You know that little version of you? The one who found happiness in bubbles, cardboard boxes, and chasing butterflies. Yeah, they're still inside you. And every time you choose simple joy, playing with your pet, stargazing, belly laughing, that child smiles. You don't need a big reason to be happy. Sometimes, "I just feel good right now" is reason enough. Healing through simplicity. Healing doesn't always look like therapy sessions and soul detoxes. Sometimes it looks like watering your plants, cooking a meal for yourself with love, decluttering one drawer. It's a return to what matters. A quiet reclaiming of the sacred. A declaration that says, "I'm here. I'm breathing. I'm healing." The illusion of constant progress. Let me drop a truth bomb: constant growth is not sustainable. Even trees take a break in winter. Simple moments give you the pause you need. To reflect. To recharge. To realign. We glorify hustle, but rest is holy. Stillness is strength. Silence is power. Let's talk about money. Oh yes, we're not ignoring money. Let me be crystal clear: money is important. It buys you freedom, safety, access, and comfort. I love luxury. I love abundance. But here's the kicker: if you can't enjoy a walk in the park, you won't enjoy a walk through Paris. If you can't smile at a simple meal, you'll rush through a 5-course dinner. So, build your empire, dream big, and make millions, but don't forget to collect the free joys along the way. High vibes don't need Wi-Fi. Want to raise your vibration? Step outside. Breathe deeply. Look at the moon. Say something kind to yourself. Laugh for no reason. These things don't need batteries or data plans. Your soul remembers. Simplicity is your reset button. Being seen without showing off. You know what's underrated? Being seen in your truth. Not filtered. Not performing. Not perfect. Just raw, real, and relaxed. Simple joys allow you to connect deeply, not through status, but through soul. You meet people heart to heart, not highlight to highlight. The gentle power of saying no. Sometimes happiness comes not from what you say yes to, but what you say no to. No to chaos. No to noise. Say no to overcommitments. Every no is a yes to yourself. To your peace. To your simplicity. The universe is minimalist. Let's end on this poetic truth. The stars don't compete. The moon doesn't ask for likes. A tree doesn't rush. Yet, everything gets done. The universe in all its majesty is simple, rhythmic, balanced, and minimalist. So, if you're craving happiness, try becoming more like the cosmos. Still, silent, beautiful, enough. If this spoke to you, then maybe today's reminder is this: you're not missing anything. You're not late. You're not behind. You're exactly where you need to be. Let life be simple. Let that simplicity set you free. We'll keep walking this beautiful path together. You and me, one simple, sacred moment at a time. If you felt even a moment of stillness, peace, or a smile, then I invite you to subscribe not just to this channel but to a simpler, more meaningful life. Drop a comment and tell me, what's one simple thing that made you happy this week? Share this with someone who needs to hear it today. Because joy multiplies when shared. And remember, life's not about having more. It's about feeling more. Thank you for being here. And please remember, you matter. See you in the next video. Until then, breathe deeply, smile often, and honor the simple things.